I'm sitting in the car. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just put my headphones on.
Listen, them car moments, man. I'm
Yes, it be
like,
needed. I just got off this long ass train ride, and I'm just like, oh my god. Apparently, something happened on the West Side trains. I guess like a water main break or something. So I walked all the way to the West Side. Well, I'm already on the West Side, but I walked, a little further to get on the C train. And I get over there and they like the trains is not working. So I had to walk all the way back to the other side to the 3 train. And I just took the 3 train straight home. Yeah, I just took it straight home. I just sat on the train like, all right.
them
Then I
trains.
got here and I was just like, ugh. And go sit in the car. So here I am
I
in
feel
the
you,
car. Hmm.
man. That's why I was like, you know what? If you needed the break, I completely understand because I had some time to decompress. But if it was like earlier, I would have been like, I don't know, like, 'cause-
Yeah. No, I mean, we got to go. So, you know what I'm saying? No matter the mood, I'm just going to push right through it. You know what I'm saying?
you're absolutely right. I'm like, yes. You know what? Motivation. Yes.
Yeah. Well, happy pre Thanksgiving. What is it? Thanksgiving Eve, I guess.
Pre gobble gobble day. I mean, I'm going turkey free this year, but I'm like, to whoever is enjoying some white meat, go ahead, enjoy
Yeah,
for the.
I'm not big on turkey. I'm not big on turkey at all. I think I made turkey one time and it was
Really?
okay, but I'm not big on turkey for Thanksgiving. Like I like my 2 Cornish hens. And even
Listen,
that, like I'm not even like I don't know, I'm not even feeling it this year.
yeah, me neither. Me neither. The holidays are not the same. Like
Mm-mm.
when my family and I used to like we would get together for the holidays. It was like I had a favorite uncle and he passed earlier this year. So I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
it's not gonna be the same. Like I don't,
same.
yeah, it's not gonna hit the same. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's not the same. Everything's different.
it's really different.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? Tomorrow is a great day for to get some work done and to really like use that peace and quiet for some productivity because you know house will be quiet,
Mhm.
me, and I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I need to get some stuff done.
Yeah, it be like that. You know what I'm saying? I
So,
listen. I love my quiet time. I ain't gonna front.
yeah, facts, facts. I see we got some
I
people here. Welcome, welcome. How y'all doing?
Hello,
Happy
Malik.
Eve. What's going on, Malik? We just getting started. Getting our little chat on, our little girl chat. So
Yeah, we just getting started. Yeah, it's the holidays. Malik, where you checking in from? And are you celebrating the holidays where you are? Because I know
listen,
not everybody celebrates, you know, these holidays and stuff. So and things are changing now lately too. Like, everybody's starting to wake up and like, all right, it's
uh,
really not that serious. But I mean, if you have family you want to be around, you know what I'm saying? You enjoy being around and all this is definitely for you.
I want to be Power Rangers. What?
Oh,
Please,
okay. He wants
please.
to be a Power Ranger. All right. Well, I can't help you with that. Hey, Justine.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you. I was like convinced for a little bit. I was like Black Ranger. Like,
Hilarious. I never watched the Power Rangers. I don't even know what it's about.
listen, I was like, if you go to like any Comic Con, any kind of like convention, the Black Ranger he still does like appearances and stuff. So he
Mm.
like, kind
Oh,
of
so
like
there was a Black Ranger.
oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He was
okay.
his costume was black and he was a black dude. So I was like, yeah, Black Ranger.
Okay. I hear that. I never been to a well, I'm lying. I've been to a Comic Con as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago.
You crazy, Malik. You so crazy.
Mm-mm, he sure is.
Listen, I ain't mad at that. I am at like. I think we actually need something like a Power Rangers, like in this day and age right now, because
We need something, somebody to the rescue. Listen,
something.
I need a Superman. I need a man who wanna come home to me and love up on me and be my Superman. Because right now I could use a leg massage and a foot massage. You know what I'm saying?
Slap that ass on the chest and get to rubbing, all right?
Hello, you know what I'm saying? So wherever my man is at, God, please send him to me.
Yes,
Thank
please.
you.
Thank you. Thank you very
Please
much.
and thanks. You know what I'm saying?
Spider
For
Man.
real. So
You
how
know
was your
what?
day?
You said,
What?
this scene says Spider Man. I could do with one of those upside down kisses, that would be cool.
Hello? You know what I'm saying? Show me some love and affection, boo. Yeah. Love up on me.
um, but
Yes.
the way I was like, you know what? I miss kind of like that level of intimacy, but
Hmm.
I know that holding out for like a higher level of that type of connection is gonna make it just that much worth it when something solid actually does come along. Like
Yeah. That's a fact. That's
I can't,
absolutely a fact.
I can't do casual anymore. I'm like at this growing age, like what is casual? What is that about? How do people
Yeah.
do that? Please,
Yeah. Not at all. It's corny.
let's
That's for people who have no emotion. You know what I'm saying? Well, people have emotion. They just try to be tough
true,
and stray
true,
away from it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I definitely I need that. I want some intimacy. I want some love. I want to be loved. I want to love. You know what I'm saying? Yes, all of that.
all of that.
All the kisses and the hugs and all that good stuff. I need all of that. So I'm
What's that?
definitely holding out for that my damn self. Yeah.
What's
Because
LL
I
Cool
know
J.
there's somebody out there that wants to give me all of that. You know what I mean?
Yes, please, thank you.
Please and thanks.
Please and
I
thank
am
you.
too beautiful to be half loved. What?
You are. Come on now. Come
You
on
know what
now,
I'm saying? And I
girl.
got too much love to give. So, honey, yeah.
And
That
like,
person who's going to give me this love, I'll tell you, he's in for a treat.
oh yes.
He is in for a treat. For real.
See, these guys just don't know what they're missing out on when it comes to like dealing with real women. Like, if they just did the work, skills, came like ready and willing to take on a real connection partnership.
It's just the wrong guys. We're dealing with the wrong guys, talking to the wrong guys, entertaining the wrong guys. Because there's men. These are guys. We said guys, right? There are men out there who wants the same thing we want, who needs the same thing we need. You know what I'm saying? And those are the men we need to tap into. So I'm
When the
open and I'm
when
ready.
when the universe wants to bless us, we
Yep.
open, we ready for it.
Word up.
But yeah, yeah, it's
Word up. A
it's been
shift
a
is
really
coming. A shift is
oh,
coming, though.
listen. Why are you taking words on my mouth? Like I feel like there's a lot of change in the air. There's like a lot
Yeah.
of not just with people's mentalities. I feel like people are like really ready at this point to do a lot of
You keep
creative.
fading in and out, Luna. I don't know why that's happening.
There's probably this I happened the last one. Remember, I need to talk
Hmm.
louder. So no, I was saying that I think a lot of people now realize that they need to do more healing work. They need to, something needs to change because we can't go about things the way that we've been going because that's literally the definition of insanity. Expecting things to change, but we're doing things the same, right?
Yep.
So I think a lot of people now are realizing and waking up to that fact that things need to get better in ways, but they're not going to just get better, collectively unless we deal with it on an individual level
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. Yep. Change is gonna come though. Change is gonna come. Change is here. I know for me, change is here.
I'm here for it. I'm here for
Word.
some change. Like I think that some real positive change is like what the doctor has ordered. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, write that script up. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And
Word.
since we in the season of, Thanksgiving, even though it's a fake holiday, I don't really, rock with it like that. But I do, practice the being grateful and being thankful and recognizing that, especially in this season. So, I'm grateful for you and I'm grateful
Oh, so am I.
for what we're doing and everything that, we're trying to do in terms of like these conversations and growing and learning and healing together. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes. So am I. So am I. I receive. I receive.
Okay, thanks, thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah. This has definitely been good for me, good for my soul. To actually have somebody I could talk to on a deeper level who's, who understands where I'm coming from. We can have the conversation. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful for you. Word. Word. Because not everybody you can have the conversation with, no matter how long you've been around, people. Not everybody's objective, ready to listen. You could talk to somebody and they're quick to start talking about them instead of just listening. It's hard to find people that actually just listens.
Mm,
Sometimes listening is all somebody needs because, you just need to talk and hear yourself sometimes. You know what I
mm,
mean? So, I appreciate that about you because you definitely just you listen, you take it in, you listen, and you always have words of comfort. So thank you.
you're very welcome. Oh, guys, are you feeling this love right now? Or y'all.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little emotional.
It's, it's it's okay because I had when was that? It was a day last week where I was just like, you have one of those days where it just like it feels emotional and you just have to like, you have to let some tears out. You have to cry sometimes because that's like a release. And afterwards, like I feel so good, because people try to bottle that in
Hmm.
and it ends up just like, boiling over type.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't keep doing that because I tried for a little while. Like it it was not good because then I just started getting angry because it's like if you
Hmm.
don't release it in one way, it comes out in another.
Another.
Yeah, usually that's like anger or another negative emotion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, once I was
Yeah.
like, like just let it go.
Just let it go. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing I do. I don't even fight it no more. I just be walking down the street sometimes and tears just come out my eyes. Like, oh well, people be like, "You okay? I'm all right. I needed
Yeah,
to do that. Thank you. I'm all
yeah.
right."
Sometimes and it's like not to feel like ashamed or embarrassed or weak for it because I think it's really like a testament to strength to
Hmm.
be able to show that type of vulnerability and a lot of people get it twisted and especially men like no shade to my fellas but like I really wish they would tap into that energy more just like being able to be vulnerable but
Yeah,
on the opposite end we also need to be that
and
safe.
not being vulnerable just to get sympathy.
Right, right, right,
Really being vulnerable because you just really want to be open.
right.
You know, but yeah, I agree with you
Yeah.
absolutely. What you eating?
Oh, I had some like some trail mix, so some dried cranberries and
Oh,
almonds.
okay.
Like, all right, let me try. I've had this bad habit lately where I won't really like eat like a meal. I'll just like
Mhm.
snack
Mhm.
today, and not always the best snacks, but I was like, all right, if I'm gonna snack, let me like try to. make it at least like a more healthier version.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
so crazy nowadays. 'Cause it's like, what's healthy? It's like everything being recalled. What the
girl, that's
everything being recalled. So it's just like, oh gosh. I tell you, we gotta eat straight out the ground. I'm telling you, Luna, pick them leaves up out the ground,
as long as it's not
wash
in
them
Central,
off. Huh?
as long as it's not in Central Park, I'm like,
Wash them off, and that's it, honey. Make you a nice little salad.
listen, it's gonna have to resort to that at some point. Like, people are really gonna have to start seriously looking into growing their own food, like a lot on a much larger scale than they do now, because it's really bad out here. I just saw
Yeah,
an article where there was like, what is it, chicken, beef, pork, like so much recall because of, what was it, listeria or something like that.
it's
And
crazy.
it's wild out here.
Hmm.
It's
People
wild.
gonna be eating all that stuff tomorrow.
And it's like this is one of the biggest shopping seasons of the year where people are buying up so much food, and you never know. You never know if you bringing home something contaminated to
Yep.
poison you or
Yeah.
your family, and it's really dangerous in these streets. Like it's
Yeah.
really wild.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, I'm just trying to chill because me, I got a weak stomach on top of that already. Like, like anything out the ordinary I eat that just is just gonna mess me up, and I'm not. Mm-mm. All these recalls, no.
Mm-mm. No, it's too dangerous. Like I think that I've maintained a certain thing where sometimes I'll have poultry, but it's very selective,
Hmm.
right? And even when I have like veggies, because you still got to watch out for vegetables too. You're not completely safe there. We still have elements of contamination when it comes to even stuff that grows out the ground.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to be careful all around. You got to wash your food. You got to make sure that you're taking precautions to not take on whatever whatever these things are that's going around.
Yeah. Yeah. And can you wash any contamination off? You know what I'm saying?
I
If
think
it's
it really
growing with it.
I think it depends on what it is, or like what kind of like contamination. Like as it is, you have to wash like fruits and vegetables because of pesticides alone.
Hmm.
But like now you gotta like scrub, like really scrub
Hmm.
it down to make sure you're not taking in anything else. Like what
Yeah.
I think that what E. coli or I think that's like
Oh
one
Lord.
you have to worry about.
A mess. It's a mess. Everything. It's all fucked up now. What we gonna do now? What we gonna do now? It's
It's
crazy.
fucked up now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Holy shit,
So what's
yo.
happening with I don't even know. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on in the news. I haven't been on point, but I was trying to figure out what's happening with Puff.
You know what? I have not had my ear to the ground regarding
Yeah.
on him lately, and I think that when they want to really like cause a big distraction, they're gonna put something out there. The last thing I heard was that lists were coming out for both him and Epstein in
Mm,
January. I'm like,
mm,
why would you
mm,
schedule releasing lists? So it's like, is it to prepare these people so that they can like exit the country beforehand, so they have time to like
mm,
non-extradition countries.
Girl, I don't know what's going on, but I definitely believe that Puff is a huge distraction for whatever's happening. But I think Trump going to get him out. He gonna come out.
I really don't
He,
think he's in any kind of like huge danger of being like in trouble. Like, yeah, his name is smeared. Like, he can't get away from that. Everybody's gonna look at him differently, and he can't he can't get that back. But
I don't know. I mean, that we in a different world now. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people rooting for his ass. You
uh,
know? Look at
Those
Bill
are the same
Cosby. We
people
thought
that
it was
listen to
going to
R.
change for
Kelly.
him. Say that again.
Those are the same people that listen and still to R. Kelly and like, yeah, no, R's innocent. He's innocent. But
And watching the Cosby Show. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's
So Puff gonna come back. We ain't go with nowhere. Watch, can't stop, won't stop. Watch, I'm telling you, he gonna come back with a new slogan.
mm,
He going, yeah, watch. He gonna come back. Look at Trump. Trump done came back after all the bullshit, and he became president.
you
Look
know
at the
what?
world we in right now.
You are not wrong at all. That is a
Yeah.
very good possibility, especially in this world we living in now. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, there's way too many. To me, there's like it's a whole world of entertainment. So I'm okay if I never have to listen to another Puff song again. I'm alright with that. If I like, deleted his whole catalog and went about my life and focused on
Mm-hmm.
the, I'm alright with that. Because
Mm.
it's the same thing I had to do with R. Kelly. Because it's like as like not only a woman but a human being, like knowing that this person is like out there doing wild shit to people and really disregarding another human's life for the sake of what? Boredom? Because that's what it is at these points. These people are like really they're so rich that they're so bored.
Bored. Yep.
Normal shit that me and you do on a daily. It's
Yep.
like that don't entertain them.
Yep.
That really does not entertain.
You look at the arguments that people like. Oh, they only got him because of that video of Cassie. Like, did that not disturb y'all? You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying? Was that not disturbing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, wow. Like, look how y'all just dismiss shit. Is it? I'm telling you, he gonna pardon him. He gonna come home.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. And you know what? If that happens, I'm not gonna be mad. It's like, yo, I can't do shit about that,
Hmm.
and I will go on with my life. But again, I will not be acknowledging. Well, then again, you know what? To be honest, like in the last, I want to say like half a decade at least, I was not checking for Puff.
Neither was
I
I.
was.
We clowned him on Rapsis. You know what I'm saying? We clowned him on Rapsis. Like, Puff, now you damn too old to be out here acting bad. Like, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to change, switch shit up. That's when I knew something. We knew something was gonna go down with him though, because I don't know, for some reason we was talking about him. We was talking about him a lot, and there go Gabor right there, the other half of Rapsis. That's her.
Hey,
Happy holidays, yeah.
happy holidays. What's up? What's up?
She's the other half of Rapsis. And we clowned him and we talked about him in the first three episodes of Rapsis. We were talking about Puff because that's when we had started Rapsis, and he was coming out, with the whole Act Bad record and all that. And we was like, come on, Puff. Like, and there was just quiet mumblings that was happening around him. So it's like we kind of knew like something's going to happen with him,
Mhm.
So for all this to go down, it was like, yeah, but it's unfortunate. I'm telling you, Trump going to pardon him. He going to come home. He going to reinvent himself. Everybody going to be beside him again, and he going to become larger than life again. Watch, I'm telling you.
I'm all right. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm just hoping that it doesn't.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, if that was to happen, that would just be like a slap in the face to
All of
like,
this is a slap in the face, Luna.
yeah, it's true, but it's like that would be like the extra, like like like
Yeah.
wind the hand back kind of slap, like
Yeah.
oh, that
With a whip type of slap. Yeah, it's a whip. The whip to the back. That's a roots type of, you know.
a rude type of yes, would be some type slap shit. Like what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, man.
As it is, like, I think that really on a whole, between the government and entertainment industry, they've been slapping us in the face with their dicks and whatever, like for the past, however long. And we just been taking it to the face. Matter of fact, we be putting it there like, yeah, good. Like, like what is really going on here?
Yeah, we still, no matter how elevated women become, we still getting, You know what I'm saying? They still trying to put us in our place, air quotes. Still trying
Right.
to put us in our place, you know? Gabor
And
said, well, all I can say is Biggie put him where he belongs for now in MDC Brooklyn. That's a fact. Because I believe Big and Pac did have something to do with his ass being put away.
mm,
All the talk of revolving him around their deaths. You know what I'm saying?
that
We gonna see what's happening. He been sitting for a while, but I feel like this is just for show. They gonna let him sit for a while. You know, unless we have a judge that's just no nonsense and ain't trying to hear it and is going to put him away. You know what I'm saying? For real. And he not in nobody he's not in nobody's pockets. Nobody has him in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? Is this is a judge that's all about justice, then he gonna go down. But if this is
yeah.
a judge that they could buy off, you know what I'm saying? If this is a court system that they could buy off, is he gonna come home
I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that there's
and he gonna
actually
tell us take that, take that,
not to say. Oh,
take that, take
but
that.
I am hoping and praying and wishing that there are still some, honest and righteous people in the justice system, because it's like, are all of them crooked?
I
Because if that's
know
the case, then it's not really a justice system. It's just a
it's
way to
just a
get
system.
paid, or in the pocket system. That's it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
there to be somebody still out there, at least a couple of people left that are, that are doing the right thing. Because I'm probably being naive right now, but I'm trying to keep hope alive. I'm trying to stay optimistic that somebody's
What's
gonna
the situation, Gabor? Because we could pull you in so you could give us some insight as to what's going on.
listen.
Because we don't really have no clue. I ain't been following no more, so I don't know what's happening. In the beginning, I was doing my TikTok lives and I was talking, and I was like, I'm getting way too involved. And I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be out here gossiping about this man because I don't really know the facts besides what was being reported. You know what I'm saying? And, what I've been around personally. But that was a long time ago, and I can't really speak to what was actually happening because I don't necessarily know.
Man, yeah, I really can't say either, because like my involvement never went that far in the entertainment industry. Like I never got that deep. So it's like, to listen to all the stories and speculation, it's like, okay, but you have to take everything with a grain of salt, because
Yeah,
a lot of people just out here talking.
yeah. I'm all the
Uh,
way outside of it now. Like now, before then, of course, you're young, you green, you want to be in the music industry. You think you need to be around everybody and you need to be at every event and all of that. And as I got older and as I realized, like, I don't need to be around these people. Like, I don't, and I don't need to be famous. Like, I
nope.
just want to make music. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't want to be famous. I don't want all the act. I don't want all of that. I just want to make music and I want to be comfortable and still live a good human life. You know what I'm saying? But I like to make music. That's what I like to do. You know what I mean? But I don't want to be in the categories. I don't need to be around these people. I don't need to mingle and mix. I don't need to do all of that.
Right.
Especially nowadays in this age of digital sales and selling directly to the consumer. Like you
Yeah,
don't need to. It ain't
you
necessary to be that unless that's what you want, and that's what people chase is the fame. You know what I'm saying? Me, I like collecting my royalties. You know what I'm saying? I like to collect my checks. And I like to be a humble, quiet giant. You know, that's it, and that's all. Like when I tell people, I got the Grammy nominations. What? Yeah, you know, I did, I do, but
listen, big yourself up for that. Come on, say it louder.
ow, you know what I'm
Say it
saying? But
louder.
that's not what I do music for though. That's not what I came in the game for. Those wasn't my aspirations, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people don't be understanding that or getting that either, like because people come into the game for fame. They want the accolades, they want to be known, they want to be infamous, they want all of that, and I don't care for none of that. I was lit all my life. Like I don't need that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And not to be like that, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you grow up in that limelight, no matter how big or small it is, you don't necessarily want for the world. I don't want that from the world. I don't want that from a world of people who don't know me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Just know me for my music. You don't necessarily need to be in my business and in my life and in my personals. That's not for you. This is what I'm producing for you. This and enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't enjoy that without having to know, personal things about me, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, I don't know. To each their own though, because everybody comes in this game for different reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. I had I pissed off a couple of people because like they well, a couple of guys I should say, because they're like really sometimes like ego based and like into like
Ego
how like
based. That's what it is a lot of the times.
and I, I'm trying to remember the story that
It's
came
like
out.
feeling the need to compete. Like a lot of people who feel the need to compete is like competition is not real, honey.
No, it's really not. It's
You
really
know what I'm
not.
saying? It's not real, honey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be the best that you know how to be. You don't know what somebody else is capable of or want. You know what I mean? Like, I just that's cool. If you feel that they're the best, that's good. Yeah, that's how you feel. That I
Right.
feel like I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that.
Yeah.
And there's nobody else you know what I'm saying, that compares to me. That's how I feel.
As
And that's
in,
just what it
because
is.
nobody does compare to you. You are you. That's your superpower. I am me. That's my superpower. Like we
Right.
work like in our superpower like every day, but people are just not confident in their
Yeah.
superpower. They're not confident in themselves and what they have to show the world.
Right. And they
So
feel they need to be better than somebody else in order to feel that way. Yeah, like nah.
no, that's not how it works. And I really wish that people would understand that like competition, unless you're getting paid for like competitive sports or something like that, competition ain't real.
Mhm.
It's really something that I that's one of those messages that like I be trying to scream at people, like stop with the competing bullshit. Like just put out you as your authentic self, your best self, live as your authentic and your best self, and that's all you need to do. There's no You can't compete in that because who's gonna come against you? Nobody.
Nobody.
Bad. Yo, listen, Jaguar, like the videos that I've been seeing pop off on people, those have been like funny though. I can't find like between her and is it Orlando Brown. Yeah,
Orlando Brown.
yeah. Listen,
Now Ray J getting on that clown train.
oh
He
no,
doing the most himself.
oh no, not
Yeah, she
him.
is dying down. She's dying down after that interview on what was it with the I think it was on CNN or something like that. She was
Mm.
on Jaguar. I was like, oh God, Jaguar is selling it, honey.
Oh,
Selling it.
you got the
She
tea.
got the
You
T.
got
I was
the
just trying to add her, but I
tea.
can't add her.
Well,
She got the T, honey.
um, I mean, I would just like very much that he just like
Booties are getting snatched. What? Would you say, Luna?
care. Listen, the amount of videos like that people like kind of it was in our face for so long, and it's like people are now looking back at these videos like, oh,
Hmm.
why didn't we not see this before? Because
Yeah.
it was just like people are just so enamored by these notable faces and names and all the clout that they
Hmm.
wish it was theirs, and it's like you
Hmm.
don't see that this guy's a weirdo. You don't
Hmm.
see that because as it
Yep.
is when he came on and he was hanging out with Justin Bieber, I was like,
Yeah.
that don't look right. Like
Yeah.
what is that? Why would you be hanging out with a little boy like that? That's
Yeah.
weird. Now, where's his
Yeah.
where was his parents?
It seemed like a lot of like Usher went through him. A lot of parents believe that Puff was the person to, guide them, lead them, show them the way. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so
Who?
successful.
But But they're really not listening to words though. Like they don't. That's the thing that kills me. People are like all about these beats, but they don't listen to lyrics. They don't listen to what people actually say.
Mm-hmm.
Because like these people have been telling you who they have been for a long time now.
Time.
Like R. Kelly went around calling himself the Pied Piper. Like,
Yeah.
tell you something?
You know what's crazy too is that I didn't pay attention to that either until later, and I was just like, let me look up the Pied Piper, and I was like, oh, like, oh my god, yeah. Yeah, my naivety got in the way for a while too, because I just loved R. Kelly music. You know what I'm saying? But I never was a person who was the fan. I was never a fan of the person. I just
Mm,
was a fan of the music. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't pay attention to a lot of things and antics that they did. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like I didn't really delve into that. I think me and Gabor started doing our due diligence when we learned of this guy named Gene Dill, who was Puff's security guard. And
mm,
that's when we started going down the rabbit hole. And
mm,
you know what I'm saying? That's when things started to click like, oh shit, Like even with R. Kelly, it was like, I didn't pay attention to a lot of things till, even like with the Aaliyah thing, it was like, okay, nobody knows for sure what's what, right? All right, fine. Then, like you said, the Pied Piper, he started with the Pied Piper. Like, I
mm,
never paid attention to it until one day. What was it? I think it was a song with Marquise Houston that he did. And he said something like the Pied Piper, something like that. And I was like, you know what? Let me find out, who's a Pied Piper? You know what I'm saying? When I went to look it up, and I was like, well, that's strange.
yeah.
Like seriously, that's when I was like, well, that's strange. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I wasn't a fan of him. I didn't care about him. I just loved the music. But after listening to the music, you just like, all right. People started saying this song was made about them. They was locked in the closet and this and that. And I was just like, all right, let me get to know who the fuck R. Kelly is. You know what I'm saying? Like, then you start like, oh shit, yeah, these niggas is a bunch of weirdos. It's that power too. It's that power knowing that they can have and then unfortunately we got women who are so freaking gullible and eager to just be in the mix that they would do anything. So they know there are women out there who would do anything and that wants to be around them. You know what I'm saying? That they take advantage of, that they take advantage of, and this is where the surviving R. Kelly come from. I hear that they got a surviving Chris Brown, they got a
Oh,
surviving Diddy. They got all these Diddy documentaries now happening on Amazon, and So I'm like, damn, they got a Chris Brown one.
the the main thing that concerns me is what you just said about these women because, and I was just making a comment on a post the other day about that. Women are the gatekeepers of so many things that we don't take responsibility for, and we don't like keep you know keep the keys like really held in a responsible way, right? So when we, fall prey to these things, it's like we're giving so much power away to these men just for some status, just for, some what whether it be money, whether it be, some some gear, whatever have you,
Some beer, oh god.
gear, or like clothes or some
Yeah.
jewelry, something like that. It's like just really being irresponsible with the power that we hold because we I shouldn't just say we, like the whole world has been under this illusion that patriarchy is really the way, and it's like no, and I'm not saying complete matriarchy is the way either, but I'm saying like we have grown up in such an imbalance of a system where men seem to think that they hold so much power over it, but it's the case that because we let them, we've given so much of that power away. Now it's like, all right, now we want to take it back, and they're like, wait, hold up, wait, what are you talking about? Nah, This is our power. It's like no,
Mhm.
it should have been balanced in the first place, but now it's like people are waking up to that. Like, all right, maybe we shouldn't have given so much away. So I need the ladies to start taking their power back and to
All
stop
the
giving.
way.
So like
Yeah.
it needs to be all the way at first, and then when you see that they're being more responsible and making better decisions with the power that you do give them, you start giving a little bit
Yeah.
back.
Start mothering them too, properly.
But
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of these motherfuckers just brought up
they
wrong.
they power tripping now. They are
Power
straight
tripping.
power tripping.
I think because they ain't never had no power. They ain't never had no power.
I mean, they have the power that we gave them. That's the thing. And
I got the power.
wait. Listen, I always go down like once you start with these like random things, I just like
Word, it's getting kind of hectic. It's getting. Remember those dances? Oh my god.
yo,
The
'90s was a great time, man.
'90s was a great time, man. Great era, great music,
But that's
and
also like between the '80s, like between I want to say '70s, '80s, '90s, because cell phones wasn't really a thing back then. People did so much shit that went unnoticed, undocumented, like all this shit, and I was like, you can't really get away with anything anymore, which is like it's kind of good and it's kind of bad at the end of the day because like people really don't have privacy like anymore.
yeah,
Even when you're trying to do good, it's like, somebody could have a phone up in your face and it's like, oh, come
yeah. But I mean, the '90s caught up to Diddy ass though, and he caught up to R. Kelly too.
on. That's true.
Even when
That's
he had no cameras, but there's word of mouth.
word of mouth. Word of mouth, which they should have, like, but think about how long people went without talking.
She
It's
said
only like,
average Joe was on. I cannot.
what happened?
She said it was nice chopping it up, but average Joe is on. I cannot.
Yo, thanks for dropping in and dropping some tea because we was definitely behind on.
Word, you pulled us all the way up. Now we talking about it. We can't stop.
Uh,
Once you stop, you can't stop.
it's, it's really,
What is
it's really
average Joe?
interesting.
I'm like, what is average Joe?
I think I heard of it, but I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm trying to
That's
remember.
funny.
But yo, it's crazy out there. We say all this to say it's really insane the levels that this industry has gone to. And I don't know. I'm like I get speechless sometimes because I'm like this is what we doing now. This is really it.
This is really it, man. You got young boys who came into an industry, made a lot of money, met a lot of women, got a lot of power, and oh, Average Joe with Dion Cole. Okay, that series, yeah, that series is pretty
Okay.
dope. I seen
Okay.
the first season. Yeah, and everybody just out of control. Like White Bob said on Martin, you out of control, she's out of control, everybody's out of control. Everybody just out of control. Yeah,
But the thing is, what people don't understand is like you have people that actually go into the business like you that really just love what they do. They love the music, they love creating, and they just want to do that. But the industry is like centered around people that take it to that's on another level. They're just like they're really distractions. They're really
yeah,
just they don't even make that good of music. Like the people that
yeah,
make the best music, they're not they're not put to the forefront.
yeah, yep,
They're not
true,
made famous. The people that speak like truth in their lyrics that put conscious music out, where they at?
yeah.
They're definitely not glorified. They're definitely not put on any pedestals by the industry. They're definitely I think subdued to such a point where it's like people just know that all there is ratchet. That's all they know.
That's what they like too. You know, that's what they
Mhm.
like. That's the those are the followers that are following that, and there are more of them than there are leaders. That we know that as a fact. You know what I'm saying? There are more followers than there are leaders. So the followers are the ones who don't have their own identity and need to attach to something that's familiar to them. And the ratchet shit is what's familiar to them. You know what I'm saying? The people who just follow along, who just wants to be seen and heard, and that's what's being seen and heard. You know?
So
So yeah,
that's a trend that was created though, because if you think about it, the people behind these artists, these ratchet artists, they look nothing like them.
it's
There's
true.
some Jewish guys like they're saying, you know what? Yeah, push that one out in front.
Yeah,
Push that one.
dumb
Yeah,
them down. That's what that is. Dumb them down.
it is a
You know?
whole dumbing down process that we made it way too easy for them to do.
I mean, listen, these people have been studying black people and culture for eons. They
Mhm.
already know what black people want, what black people like, what black people do. You know what I'm saying? They already know that stuff. So they know what to give you. You know what I mean? They know exactly what to give you. Listen to what Trump said when he was coming back to campaign as a president. Remember those gold sneakers? I know black people love sneakers and they love gold. So I made the gold Trump sneakers. Seriously, things like that tell you and show you that these people are paying attention. They are paying attention. They've been studying black people forever. Hello, they had us captive for 400 fucking years. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they know us better than we do. Let's keep it all the way above. These are conversations people don't want to have, though. They know us better than we do, and they can dangle anything in front of us that's shiny, that looks good, and we're going to go for it. Because black people just want to look good, pretend that they good. You know what I'm saying? You want to be better than the next person. You know what I'm saying? Flyer than the next person.
Mhm.
I'm telling
That's the
you,
thing
they
though.
know they know exactly what they doing.
I
They
think
know
that
exactly what they doing.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and you're right. You're right. They have absolutely made it. They've dedicated themselves to studying our moves and what we're going to generate towards. I think that part of that is, yes, what looks good, aesthetics, but I think another part of that is programming, because it's like they're putting these things in our faces and saying you want this. Because if you think about it, all these designer label names and stuff like that, the Louis whatever, I don't even know half this shit, Gucci shit like that, yo, who looks like us that actually designs this shit? They're putting that in our faces and talking about, yeah, this is what luxury looks like. This is what you want. Black people are like, oh yeah, you're right. I do want that. But it's like that's not actually the case. It's like because they've built up that standard, they've built up this, aesthetic and facade that this is what, you're supposed to look like when you're rich. But yo, you can walk down the streets of Manhattan and pass by an actual rich and wealthy person. You
And
will
they ain't gonna
never,
have that.
they don't have none of that shit.
Nope.
They are
Nope. They
with
taking
none
they
of that.
taking bottles, they taking bottles to the machines and cashing those in. You know what I'm saying? They still doing regular shit.
You
It's
will
true.
never,
They
ever,
might eat at exclusive places and stuff like
right.
that, but they frugal.
Yep. Yo, the
They trying to
real,
maintain their wealth. They passing that shit down to
exactly,
generations and generations and generations.
exactly.
That's what
So
they're doing.
the evil geniuses that come up with like these marketing campaigns and these execs that run this show as far as like who to push out in front, they're part of this programming system that tell you this is what you want when it's not really it's possible that you don't actually want that, but because we're so used to them telling us what the trend is, because we're so used to saying, okay, that's what looks good. That's what, that's what everybody's doing. Yeah, I want to do that too. They've
But I'm
gotten
saying
way
that the
further.
programming is them just really, yeah, it's programming, but it's also the fact that, yeah, we know what they like. We know what these niggas want. You know what I'm saying? That's the underlying fucking conversation. We know what these niggas want. Let's show them this. You know what I'm saying? Let's give them this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like I feel like that's absolutely part of it, but I feel like it's also on the other hand where it's like, yeah, we're this like type of people. Like, yo, black people are so dynamic. We're so talented. We have so many gifts and strengths. That's why top athletes you see that look like us. You top entertainers that are just like they dominate by aesthetic, but they don't actually give them the paycheck to match with the talent that they bring to the table. So it's like
And they're
they're
not using the talent to the best of their ability to own anything
but will
either.
they let them own anything? That's another thing. Because you see what happened when what you call it, Bill Cosby tried to buy a what is it, NBC? That's when all the dirt started coming out on him. And I'm not to say that there was dirt for them to find, yes, but it's because he was trying to buy into something. They were like, "Oh no, you stepping too far, Negro."
Same thing with Michael Jackson.
See,
You
it's
see what
like
they did to him? They desecrated his career throughout for the longest. You know what I'm saying?
that man owned his masters. That and other popular artists
And the
owned
Beatles, they was
masters.
mad he had the
They
Beatles.
were so tight. They
They was mad.
hated him for
They
that.
hated him. Yep.
They hate anyone that looks like us, that is trying to make progress, that is trying to do better, that is trying to actually be about something more. And they will find whatever they can to break that person down or to just eliminate them altogether.
But here's why. This is why we need to stick together though, because of there's power in numbers. Number one, and had he had the backing from his people, it could have been a different, outcome. Just like Bill Cosby, had he had the backing from his people, it could have been a different outcome. You know, but that people be afraid to go against these machines. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
we got. Listen, look. Kamala got passed up. Hillary got passed up because it's still a old white man's world. Those old white, real back in the day racist, they are not getting out of, they're not dying yet, which they should be because these motherfuckers is
that's what I'm
old at
saying.
this
Like, yo,
time.
they ain't dead yet.
So
What the
what they're doing is bringing in their sons, their grandsons, their great nephews. They putting those people in those seats too, at the same time to keep those. You know what I'm saying? To keep that machine running. But if we were to actually get together, I believe we can overthrow the fucking government.
I
You know what
believe
I'm
that.
saying? It's just a matter of people not being afraid to go against the machine.
Listen, the thing is, the machine ain't even real.
Yeah.
That's it's like this whole big thing that they have put up. It's like this big thing that they've built up in our heads, right? And the machine in a sense where they've created the military, they've created these forces, like they've um, militarized the police. So it's like we're scared to even interact with people that are supposed to be public servants. They're supposed to be serving the people, but instead they're gunned up to the point where it's like you don't even want to interact with cops.
Hmm.
So if anything, that's their defense system. That's the only thing they really have to really keep everything in order. But
Yeah.
if if enough good cops said, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, yes, we could really do something because if they
Yeah.
decide tomorrow to put them tanks out in the streets, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think that, like you said, if enough people got together, enough people like really, really was about that change, was really about making that progress. and got enough people on board, like we could do something. We can make
Make that
something.
change, man in the mirror. Hey, I love Michael. I'm missing Michael. Woo!
And there's some people that are born into this world that you just know you're not gonna see anyone like that again. Either in your lifetime, your kids are probably not gonna see, anybody like that in their lifetime. It's just he was just something really special.
Yeah,
We had such a great era of artists between him, Prince, Whitney Houston, all gone before their time, like,
yeah,
and all tragically.
yeah,
All these shining stars that
yeah,
like they actually said something in their music and said something to the world too, like,
yeah,
and actually seem like decent people. And that's rare because it's like you don't really see that. You don't see somebody that one makes great music. They seem to be good people behind the scenes, and they put in some positivity out into the world. It's like, where that at now?
it's hard.
It's
The stuff
really
that the kids is listening to now, being fed. Oh my god! Like I'm a rap head, but
hard
some of
for
this
them.
rap shit, I just be like, this is not it,
No,
because that's
at all.
programming too. That's programming too.
Whoa. Like I think they really had this agenda to really get rid of a lot of great artists that
Mm-hmm.
you know were
That had messages, yeah, that was
that
teaching the
had
people.
good messages. Yep.
They're
Because
like,
think
nah,
of
we don't want to teach them nothing. We want to keep them dumb.
all them songs that Mike had, like Black or White, like that probably pissed them the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what is that song? He had another song that was really like, they don't care about us.
They don't care about us. Yep. All I really want to say is they don't really care about us. Yep.
Every time I listen to that song, I get goosebumps because it's
So
like
do I.
feel it. You feel it. Like he believed that.
Yeah. Scream. You
All
know,
of
about the
yo,
news
that
and propaganda.
man.
Yeah.
And they really
Yeah.
hated him for that. Besides him owning his masters, making music like that, they really hated that man. And they tried to make him look like
They was like,
he
oh, this nigga too smart. Mm-mm. We thought he
was.
was a dumb nigga.
I'm
We
like,
thought he was foolish. You know.
but
Yep.
this is not the first time that we've seen this though. Historically, have you seen what is it? Is it Billie Holiday? I'm trying to remember the artist that um what's that? Strange Fruit. Who sang Strange Fruit again? What was the name of that artist? Female.
Oh, I know who
I,
you talking about. Damn. Something May.
what did you say?
Um. Oh man. Oh damn. Damn. Damn.
Is it Billie Holiday?
No. No.
Not.
Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue.
It's like right there. But I saw what was it? Audra Day played her in a movie. She did an amazing job. And it was like that song alone caused so much ruckus that the FBI they literally went after that woman and destroyed her. One song
I forgot the
about,
name. Uh,
about the truth.
Not Nina. No.
No, 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 no.
Damn, I know who you're talking about.
Ah! But
Yeah,
hold
it's on the tip
on.
of my tongue too. I could see her
Hold on.
face.
I'm looking this up. Hold on. Oh, where's Billie Holiday?
It was Billie Holiday. That song
Yeah.
Strange Fruit.
Yo, what? I was like, was it Billie Holiday? But yeah, it was Billie Holiday.
Oh,
Oh, they
okay.
destroyed that woman's life and tried to like, well, they didn't try, they succeeded because they what was it? Her, I forgot, I think it was her manager, but also like her boyfriend
Mm,
had her hooked on drugs that they supplied him
mm.
and destroyed her life, her career, and she basically died from that. I'm
Sad.
just like, yo, over the truth though, because Strange Fruit was about what she saw at that time, the civil rights movement, people getting
Mm.
lynched, and all this shit that was happening with black people, and they were like, no, you can't sing about the truth.
Because that's too widespread. You know what I'm saying? That it's too widespread. Is they don't want everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if it's just right here in this region, but the world
But
and
if
black
you
people were making music that was resonating throughout the world, and artists were getting big and making money, driving fancy cars. They ain't like that. They didn't want that shit.
But the thing that drives me crazy is like they're
They stay
getting
as slaves
mad
forever.
instead of like helping people from getting murdered, like the FBI is supposed to be doing.
Oh, that's
They're
not what they
doing,
would. That's not what the police were made for, Luna. You know they were made to police black people.
I know, but
That's
still, it's
it.
like
It was to keep us in our place. That's what they were made for. They
it really
wasn't there to
was.
protect us. They was protecting their people from us.
I think
That's what
that
they were doing.
that conversation needs to be had more, like the roots of why police forces were created, because that's definitely not talked about enough. It's definitely not talked about enough. Like they tried to evolve it and clean up its image and give it a different name and face, but the people that know why they were created in the first place, and it just don't sit right. It don't sit right, Tony.
Yeah, man.
Girl,
America, wicked, wicked world, wicked place, boy.
and what's that song? Donald Childish Gambino. That song.
This is
Yeah,
America.
this is.
Well, we talked enough about that. What we got going on?
Yo, we got
Oh
episode
my God! To
2.
everybody who's been, I'm sorry, Luna. To everybody who's been coming in and out, we haven't even introduced ourselves,
Yo, our bad, man. We've been so
right?
wrapped up in this, in the chaos of the world. We forgot about, actually promoting ourselves in the podcast. So,
You just get
what's
up here
up?
talking shit. Nah, we're not talking shit. We talking some
No,
real
no,
life
real
stuff.
shit. We talking real shit right now. So, what's up, y'all? This is your girl, Luda Pearl.
And I'm Tony Stills.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Girl Podcast. All right, we got episode 2 coming out with your.
Ooh, we got another episode coming. Oh shit.
All right. And also, don't forget to RSVP for Gorilla's I Love Black Men series of brunch coming up on December 7th.
Ooh, yes.
That's gonna be some, okay? I cannot wait.
Come meet some black men.
Listen. I need me some eye candy. I mean, we had some good amount for Saturday. That was a good look. I really enjoyed myself. Like that was you know going outside, with my girls. It's a good
I have fun. I ain't dance like that. Maybe that's why my legs swelled up.
time.
Maybe that's why my legs swelled up because I ain't danced like that in a minute. I had a good time. I was in the gym and I didn't even have a drink.
You didn't really?
I didn't even have a drink. I was supposed to
Oh,
buy a drink, but I never went. I never went to the bar. We just
oh,
over there jamming.
yo,
Yeah,
no, DJ was on point. Who was it? Shout out
DJ
DJ Coach.
Culture.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he
Shout out to
had
DJ Culture.
He had the bomb '90s, early 2000s playlist. Like all the joints he was playing, like I've either put on a CD at one point, was on a playlist. Like yeah, he was playing some hits like back to back to
Yeah,
back. So
yeah, that was dope. That was dope. I was in there jamming. I was like, what? Like, ew. Hey, I'm outside. That was fun.
Yo, listen, and the look. I was like, look at my girl coming out in all black leather, like,
Oh, dressing all black like the Omen. Have your friends saying this is for my homies. They get know me. Yes. Yeah. I wanted. I haven't gotten dressed up in a while. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I want to dress up. I want to look good. I want to feel good. And
absolutely.
yeah, and
And
I
you
felt
did
good.
that. Yes. Listen, we need to do that every now and then because it's like going sexy on it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with
I'm on the live right now.
that.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to get dressed, get cute and go outside. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
And we did that. We did that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fun. I
Uh,
enjoyed it. We had a good time. We tried to go after for food later afterwards, and that was a bust.
that was a fail, but
That was
it's
a
all
whole
good.
fail. It just wasn't meant to be.
It's all good.
Yeah,
We enjoyed, for the night what we were supposed to, and we'll have another good night.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I ain't worried about that. We gonna have one on the 7th.
there you go. There you go.
We
And
gonna
it's
have
gonna
one on
start
the
early
7th.
too.
What you
We
wearing?
started earlier.
You said what?
We started earlier in the day too. We gonna be outside during the day.
No, it starts at 7.
I thought it was a brunch.
So did I. So did I. And I might have been the one that started that rumor too, because I don't think she ever said it was a
Wait,
brunch,
wait,
did she?
wait, wait. Don't listen. Don't have me thinking I'm going crazy. She been posting up as a brunch. What?
She did, right? In real life brunch, right?
Yeah.
But it starts at 7, I think. All right, now we got to do our research.
No, I'm going on now
Because
because
I
I'm
could
like,
have sworn I saw 7 p.m. Because even I was like, oh, because I took that day off at the salon. I was like, since we got to be there at 3, because I thought it was 3 to 7.
yeah, no, it is. It is.
Oh, it is 3 to 7.
Yep.
So
It's a
what am I
brunch.
saying that's 7? What am I bugging? I'm bugging.
Or maybe because it's on December 7th. I don't know. There's a lot of
Oh,
threes and sevens
possibly.
going on.
That's hilarious. That could be it.
But yeah, December 7th from 3 to 7 p.m. at 333 Lounge.
Hmm.
Yep. Because the Girls a Girl podcast are gonna be outside with Miss Yorilla Cave, and we gonna chop it up with some beautiful black men.
Yes. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. That sounds like it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
The first one she did, we got there a little late, so we didn't really get to like, mingle as much.
okay.
So this one, I'm looking forward to doing the testimonials, and getting the testimonials from the people who attend the event, and yeah, having a good time, and enjoying it and partaking in the festivities.
Oh yes. Oh yes. We will definitely be doing so. And
So
boy,
that's
I'm
pretty.
just I'm just catching up because I haven't like thing is I need to be intentional about checking in because the I don't do scrolling too often. So when I pop up like on my feed, whatever's like the first like 10, 15 posts, all right, cool, like, I'm going. If
So
I
am
don't
I.
see that, it's like
So am I. Same here. Same here. I used to spend a lot of time on social media, and then I started doing like the scheduling the post. And then I was just like, no, I want to live in the moment. I'm not chasing this whole social media thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to live in the moment. I understand. Like, I get it. I hear y'all about but what we talked about on Girl with Urilla, it's about bringing the people to you, right? Proving the people wrong.
that's
So
right.
yeah.
It's like, I got like more so into like between living life, actually being present in my daily and in the 3D. Because this world is like, yeah, it's cool to, scroll through and get lost sometimes, but getting so overstimulated and, focusing on a world that's not even real, like so much of it is just about aesthetics. So getting too caught up in it, definitely not healthy.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Pull back, let me go, touch a tree, touch some
Mm.
grass, you know, be around people, like connect in the physical world and, put content out there that, reflects the person that I'm becoming my most authentic self and what I feel like, is part of my purpose instead of like taking in other people's content, and just focus on supporting, my fellow creators and my people.
Mm.
That's pretty much like what I had to turn social media into because so many accounts that I followed like back in the day, I was like, what is this shit? Like what am I really getting out of this? Unfollow other accounts, block. Like I don't. There's certain things that people take in that is just like it's messing them up on a subconscious level, and they don't even realize it. It's like this content thing is like it's serious. Like influencers influence in the worst ways sometimes. I'm like, nah, I can't, I can't. No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I remember one day just scrolling down my timeline, so a couple of years back, and I was just like, all right, what? You know who it was too? It was my sister who was like, "Oh, I'll be watching like different things that she was naming that she watched on Instagram," and I was just like, I had realized at that moment that I didn't even venture out on Instagram. It was all the same shit coming down my timeline, and it was just like, all right, like rap stuff. I was like, all right, I don't want to follow all these blogs. I don't want to follow none of these publications like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather just see it if somebody shared it to me. Like,
Right,
these. I don't want to know about none of that stuff. I want to know about what's happening in the world.
mm,
So I started following geography pages. You know what I'm saying? Travel pages, just
uh,
affirmation pages. Things like that. Like, and it just changed my whole world. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thought thought. You know what I'm saying? Just how I'm thinking, what I'm thinking, why I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like just more inspiration down my timeline in a good way. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like just yeah.
yo, that's
So different cultures all around the world, watching what's going on, how, different foods, like all types of different stuff, like shit that's like, oh, this is cool, adult shit, like,
that's the real adult shit. Like,
yeah.
listen, remember we talked about that. That's coming up episode 3, right? You recorded that. Damn. So we talk about, really monitoring like what you're taking in the content or, what you're allowing to influence you.
You fading.
Uh, no, I was
Yeah, there.
saying like what people are allowing to influence them and really just like, being more conscious about what they're taking in. It's like, yo, people, I've got caught up into it myself. You could sit there scrolling for hours. And at the end of that, it's like, what have you really learned? What have you bettered yourself from anything that you took in that span of time? And I had to really be real with myself. The answer a lot of times was no. Like before I started really clearing out my timeline and following the right stuff. What the
Word.
was I doing?
Mm.
Sometimes that's okay. If you're taking in some like comedic content, if it's making you laugh, if it's making you smile, that's worthwhile. Because everybody needs a smile or laugh sometimes. But other than that, like if it's you watching some fights or you watching something that is just toxic, it's like no, no, thank
Yeah, yeah. One time I don't be having none of that. People be hitting me up. You ain't see this? No, I don't follow rappers. I don't follow like just artists that I know personally that I've met on the scene. Those are people that I follow, but I don't follow rappers. I don't follow much of that entertainment stuff. I think I follow Busta. I might follow 50. And again, artists that I've done shows with, that I connected with, done music with, people like those. But I don't really follow celebrities. I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't follow the publicate the gossip blogs. I don't follow none of those things. Like, at one point, I was following Spiritual World Word, and they got a little like, all right, this ain't nothing spiritual about y'all right now. Like, all right,
Really?
so I unfollowed them. They started out with quotes from the Bible, motivational quotes, inspirational quotes. I can't talk right now. I've been smoking. Inspirational quotes, and things of that nature, things that had to do with t-shirts that they made, I love God, stuff like that. It was real serene, real nice, like real peaceful. They always had a word. I even joined their text group because they used to do a prayer every morning, you know what I'm saying, to start get your day started with. I was really involved. I bought shirts from them, all of that. Like I was involved, like not like I was a part of the thing, but I was one of their followers who I would comment, I would interact with their posts. Again, I joined the text line, all of that. And then it just started following what every other blog and stuff was doing. And it
Mm,
just became like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, see, this is what I mean about people not having their own identity, because now your following was popular and you was already on the right path. Like you was already this site, this page was already it's popular. It's popular. It's a popular blog. Everybody follows it on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I just stopped. Like I was like, okay, this is not really going where I wanted to go. If we going to be who we say we are or want to be, then let's be that. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like, you don't have to follow what they're doing. They're already doing that over there. Let them do that.
True, true.
So it was more or less of that for me. Like, and the messages started changing. It just started becoming again another blog site. Like it wasn't. At this point, I didn't feel like it was feeding me no more.
Right.
Like, all
Yeah,
right,
you had to make a judgment call because
yeah.
I've seen posts from them in the past, and I don't think I've actually ever like followed them, but like because like the algorithm would see that I'm like I like inspirational stuff would pop up for them, and I would like it, but I haven't seen anything from them in a while, and now I know why. So I
It's been
mean,
a while since I stopped following them too. It's been a while. So I just seen something from them come down my feed the other day, and I was like, oh snap! Yeah,
mm,
I was like, oh snap! And I think it was talking about sexy red and Casanat, and that's the stuff I was yeah, the oxymoron. See, you see how you just that's how it was for me. Like, wait, what's going on here?
yeah.
Like
I'll be honest,
yeah.
like I don't know nothing about none of those artists. Like I hear the names, and if you ask me to identify any of their songs, I would fail immediately. And it's just like
Sexy red, you would know who sexy red is. That's the booty hole brown girl.
you know,
My booty hole brown.
I'm
My
telling you,
coochie
I
pink.
know
My booty.
none of her
Well, good. Then you don't need to even corrupt your mind with it. Don't worry about it.
the only what is it? Glorilla. I only know
Mm.
one of her songs because whatchamacallit was singing it. Somebody that I knew was singing it. And I was like, who is that? Like, why do I keep hearing that song? It's 7 p.m. All right, it's 7 p.m. Friday. What? How many degrees is it outside? What are y'all doing? Who's outside doing what? like, like,
95 degrees. Ain't no nigga. I ain't got no nigga. Ain't no nigga. Ain't got me.
who-
Oh, hold on. Let me just say this because I can appreciate what everybody is doing in rap right now, and you know what I'm saying. I can appreciate what everybody has their own little thing. Gorilla
Mm,
got her own vibe. Sexy Red got her own vibe, and they all popping in their own right. Like that's the fucking truth. Like these girls are lit, lit. You know what I'm saying? Lola Brooke, like these Lotto, Ice Spice. These girls are lit. You know what I'm saying? Like they are running rap right now. With all the shit that they write. And I can appreciate your art. This is your art. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can appreciate your art. However, I just feel like okay, it's a lot of the same stuff right now.
That part.
You know what I mean?
It's like
And again, I can appreciate it because I'll listen to it if it come on the radio, and I'll be like, ah, ah, ah. But I'm not downloading it. I'm not buying it. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not searching for it on YouTube. Like that's not my vibe. But I'll
right.
definitely vibe with it if it come on the radio and I'm in the car listening to radio, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it just what it needs right now is just variety. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You could keep the gorillas, the Megs, the sexy reds, the Lotto, the Ice Spice. You could keep them as long as you have some balance, some variety. There's other girls doing other stuff, and not everybody's talking having the same content.
That
That's
part.
what that's what it's like, damn, like change up the concept. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear somebody. I
That's
be
in
wanting
that.
to hear girls rap. That's why I like to hear when Remy rap. Because even with Kim and Foxy, with what they was doing this shit then too, but they were rapping.
That's true. That's true.
They had raps.
They had they had like their
They
bars
had
hit different.
bars.
Their bars definitely hit different. Like, and I'm not gonna put no shade to any woman in the game because it's hard
I
enough
used
as
to be scared of the dick. Now I throw lips to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch. Those are raps. Those are
listen.
bars.
That was an era of music like. Nah, you couldn't top that. Like because we had that variety back then. You had the Kims, you had the Foxy Browns, you also had the Lauren Hills, you had
You
you
had the
had
Queen Latifah. Yeah, you had variety. You had Eve.
listen that was like the to me the last great era of music because it was more balanced because there was such a variety because there was representation all around. It's like now I don't feel like I can go to, the radio. I could turn on the radio and, feel like my energy is being represented in the artist that they're promoting. And it's
That's why I be listening to 94.7 the Block FM because they do the throwbacks. The only thing with them is they got to add more music to their to their playlist because it
really
be the same
the same
songs.
shit. They really-
So they got to switch their playlist up. But see, this is why y'all need ToniSteelz up there. You feel me?
That's right. Listen, you better drop them bangers. When can we expect some new music from Tony Steele? When's it dropping?
Oh man, so yeah, I got new music coming. Yeah, I got new music coming for 2025. I'm still coordinating. I'm still listening to songs because I know I got a lot of music, but I didn't realize I had a lot of music.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's good. I mean, I know for artists that's hard because you want that masterpiece to really reflect, where you're at right now. And I know it's going to be hard to choose how you want it to come out and all the logistics and all that stuff. But definitely,
Yeah, cuz I got music spread out, over time. And this is another thing what I'm doing too cuz so I had an album that I released back in 2013
okay,
titled Just Me, and it was basically just me. Like I don't really care for features, like you know what I'm saying. You know, if I'm gonna do a feature, it's not necessarily for gonna be for my album. You know what I mean? Like so I don't really do features. Like there's people that I like, but I don't be caring to do music with nobody.
listen,
That's
it's your album. You need to shine on that. So you do it how
that's
you
just
you feel.
you but I had one feature on there because I was part of a male female hip hop duo titled Black Steels. His name was EMF Black. Of course, me, ToniSteelz. So we put, Black and the Steels together, and it was Black Steels. And we're actually a multi-award winning hip hop duo because we run all the showcases in and around the city. We traveled all the way out to the West Coast, performed out there, won shows out there. So yeah, we was doing our thing. We was doing our thing. I came out the best female rapper for the Underground Music Awards. I think it was 2014. Yeah, so we did our thing.
Listen,
And so he was the only feature that I had on that project. But I had took the project down off of all the DSPs years ago though, because for one, I did, direct to consumer sales.
okay,
And I did really well on my sales. I sold the EP for $9.99, and then there's people, I have, people who listen to me all over the world who were ordering the albums off of PayPal, and I was shipping them,
nice.
to them. Um, so I sold direct to customer. I sold over 1,000 copies. You know, so yeah, just me was doing this thing. Then I put it on the DSPs for worldwide. But one day I was just listening to it and it just didn't sound mixed like well.
Okay,
And plus, the songs was dated. A lot of the producers, I don't even know where they are, who they are. I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? And um, I was just like, I think I want to do this live because when I do the live, when I actually perform live, so for a while I was doing the Tony Stills and Friends tour concert, and I always used a live band.
okay,
So when I perform them live, like it feels better. It feels better. So I'm working on a live project for that one. So yeah, that somebody asked me the other day, like, wait a minute, what happened to your first album? It's not up there, and I was like, nah, it's not up there. But the second EP I did, the first album had 12 records. The second EP I did was Bogey Studies and Blunts, which is like a mixtape slash, mini album. Bogey Studies and Blunts. This is when I was smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? The thotties with the margarita drinks. Remember them little margarita
okay,
drinks?
okay, okay. Yeah,
And
like
blunts. I was
like
in that time. That was 2016. I was in that frame of mind. Like I remember, um, again coming off from winning, the best rap duo of the year award, best female rapper of the year award. Like we was winning awards like this. Just it got quiet. It got quiet for a minute because I was just like, okay, like what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's next? It's that thing. Now you chasing that thing, right? So I had reached out to a producer that worked with Black Stills on one of our singles, "We Out Here," that we had released. And I reached out to him, like, Zilla, I want the record. We had did another record called "What They Need," which I wound up taking and using on my album. And I was asking him for that record. He was like, Tony, why don't we just put an EP together? Word, bet, let's do that. So we did that. It was 6, 7 songs, and I had one feature on there, which was shouts to my bro, rest in peace, Granddaddy IU. His memorial is coming up too. It's about to be 2 years. But rest in peace to him. He was the one feature that I had on there, and how that happened. It's the record called Celebration of Life. This project is on or DSP, Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, all that good stuff, Amazon. Bogey Studies and Blunts, y'all. And the record I did with Granddaddy IU is Celebration of Life. And Granddaddy IU is one of the original members of the Juice Crew, which consists of Coogee Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Biz Markie, Craig G, Master Ace. So
oh,
he was one of the members of the Juice Crew or whatever. So how that happened. I was at the studios with Drozilla, who invited me out because this is after we already recorded the project. Some of the project, let me say, we were starting. Some of the project because this is where I met Granddaddy IU at Digging in the Crate Studios. And we just chopped it or whatever. And I'm like, yo, I know you. I don't know, I don't know. I don't remember where I know you from, but I know you. Damn, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. And he was just looking at me like, like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, who this chick? Like, and I was like, Granddaddy IU. Oh shit. He looked at me. He was like, where you know who I am? I was like, yeah, I know. He was like, how you know me? I was like, what? I'm a hip hop head. Like, what you talking about? So we just chopped it up real quick or whatever. And we exchanged information. And then he was like, yo, send me your links to your music. I want to hear, I want to hear how you sound or whatever. And I sent him links and he sent back like big fire emojis. Like, fire, yo, you fire, yo, I got a record for you.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like, I got a record for you. And I was like, word, I bet, send it, He sent it over. He had already recorded his voice, his verse or whatever. And I was like, damn, this is fire. And this was going to be for his project. Um, but he was like, you know what? Because I don't think he put a project out. I don't think he put a project out. But he was like, yo, I'm gonna let you, you keep that for your project. You know what I mean? It's just shoot the video. One of my biggest regrets is not ever doing the video. You know, but he would come out to the performances to come perform the record. He would get there late, but he would come out. He would make it there. So shout out to Granddaddy IU, big legend in the game, So it was an honor to have that feature. But that's the only feature on the Bogey Studies and Blunts project, and it features the record "Welcome to My Hood," which is the 5-time Grammy nominated record. Welcome to My Hood.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was also the theme song for a series that I was a part of called Fish Merrick.
Okay.
That might still be on Amazon Prime. I'm not even sure. I need to go check. I need to go check if that's still up there. But
Yes.
I played the cop. I played the cop, Detective Smith. Yeah, it was pretty good. I was in about all 10 episodes.
Oh,
So if I get a chance to watch that, watch that. Maybe I'll link it here once I find out if it's still on Amazon Prime. But yeah, that's Bogey Studies and Blunts. You got Welcome to My Hood. They don't know yet anything. Celebration of Life. Ain't gonna take it. And yeah, that's that project. That project right now is over 150,000 streams on Spotify, I believe, something like that. So yeah. Then last year, uh, I think 2021, 2022, I dropped Most High. 23, I dropped Watch. Oh, I think I dropped Watch this year. Yeah, this is 23, right? No, this is 24. Yeah, I dropped Watch this year. And then Murder Hornets, I just dropped. So I didn't do a full run yet because, it's the end of the quarter right now.
right.
Everything's kind of quiet right now. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't do a run yet. But top of the year, I'm coming, baby. I got some records. I just got in the studio the other night and did like a dub smash, a mashup, a mashup, which is fire. I can't wait for y'all to hear that.
Listen,
So yeah, just
yeah, yeah, fire,
you like that joint?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Like that dude, I met him. I did. I performed on Rockaway Beach this summer, and it's crazy, right? Because he was saying how he was sitting on the side, and on the side, like you can't see like what's going on. You could just hear. So he
Right.
was sitting on the side, and he said, I heard like I was listening, I just heard like when you came up there how you was introducing yourself, talking to the crowd, and he was like, I was like, wait, okay. But he was in the mix of conversation, distracted, eating. You know what I'm saying? Like but you just like, what? Like, who that? He said, then I heard the first song, I was like, all right, breath control, like he doing all the things, the record person, record exec would do or say. And he was like, all right, breath control. She sound clear. I can hear everything she's saying. Like, records is fire. He said he got to the third record. He said, I got up. And I was like, she's still going? Hold on. I got up and I walked around. And I was like, let me see what she looked like. And he was like, I saw you. And I was like, oh, wow. He was like, yeah, I could tell you grown. I could tell you a grown woman. I don't know how old you are, but I could tell you grown. And he said, just the way you was just commanding the crowd and everybody was vibing with you, I was just like, oh shit, I got the perfect record for her. So he's, I guess one of the top, or one of the not top, but I guess close to the top distributors out in Jamaica. So he works with all the top Jamaican artists,
Nice.
in Jamaica. So he's doing a mashup of that beat, of that rhythm. Like that's supposed to be the new rhythm.
That is
Yeah. So he was like, when I heard you, I was like, I know she'd be able to rock this record. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he got a girl who's doing her, her chatting and all of that. He got a guy who's doing his chatting, and them records is fire. Then he was like, I wanted somebody to rap on it. He said, I don't want you to do no Jamaican stuff or not. I want you to rap. So I was like, yeah. When I heard the beat, I was like, oh, I got something for that. You know what I'm saying? Like it just was coming to me like, oh, yeah. So he was like, yeah, I want to hear you just rap to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be a mashup, like, and they're gonna put it out. And I'm probably telling too much right now.
Well, listen, don't tell too much, but
But yeah, I don't know the name of the record yet. We haven't named the record yet, but that'll come. That'll come. And yeah, so that's coming 2025. And again, I got my project.
oh,
Yeah, we about to go up. So y'all better follow at Girl Podcast Official. Y'all better
listen,
follow at Girl Podcast Official.
hey, yo, do y'all even realize like how 2025 is about to be right now? It's about to be a movie.
Yeah, we going up. I'm ready to have some fun in 2025. I'm ready to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? I got some fun music. We gonna have
Listen,
some fun.
so I don't even think we ready for all the fun we about to have, but I'm gonna get ready pretty quick.
Yeah,
Like it ain't gonna be a
yeah,
problem.
yeah. You gotta get ready. I know you got sprung into this, Luna, but you gotta get ready.
Listen. I said, but you know what
I was
though?
like, come
Because
here. You coming with me?
listen, I had already told you like everything just seemed to happen in a series of events that like I couldn't like deny. I could not ignore. It's like, when things happen in such a synchronous way, it's just like you have to go with it. So when you like, I have this podcast, I want listening since you want to join and collaborate on this. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen, but I already know what the answer is gonna be.
Hmm.
So let's do this. Let's
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
do this.
yeah. And we've been going ever since.
Yeah, man. And
Yeah,
we ain't stopping. This train is going places. Like we making some stops. We making some
yeah.
on this ride.
Yeah, because we actually got something to talk about. We actually got something to talk about. We actually, I believe will be providing the people with what they need, and we're gonna be getting what we need at the same time. So yeah, we have some things to say. We wanna let's talk. Let's talk for real.
For real, for
Let's
real.
talk for real.
Uh-huh.
So many conversations we had in this live that needs to be had. So yeah, let's
So I
talk.
can't. I cannot wait for like some round table editions where we bring in some of the fellas and get
I
like
can't wait for that too. Yeah, we're
some
gonna talk a little bit more behind the scenes with that too. So yeah, I can't wait for that too.
it's real.
Yeah,
Get ready, people. Get ready, Follow Girl Podcast. All right, plug
let's
in.
go.
Let's go. Plug
Yeah, we
in.
on Instagram. We here on YouTube at Girl Podcast Official. Make sure y'all follow us. We have a new episode that we're gonna be dropping soon. So episode 2, right now we have episode 1 and episode 1.5. So you go check those out. Please leave your comments, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram and follow me at ToniSteelz. Follow
And follow
at
me at Luna Pearl NYC, and let's get these good conversations going. Let's get these quality conversations going because you know what?
Let's do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's it and that's all.
No word. Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like every time we have these conversations, I get, the excitement has it's not gonna die down. It has yet to die. So I'm
Cause we outside. They not ready. They not ready.
don't forget December 7th. December 7th. That's the next time we outside. Well, I know that's the next time I'm gonna be
Again,
outside.
yeah. I love black men at 333 Lounge. RSVP at everydaybk.tv.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all there. Make sure y'all come talk to us. Let us know how your night is going, how you feel, what brings you here, all that good stuff. We'll be there. ToniSteelz Luna Pearl, the Girls of
Right.
Pearl podcast.
Let's go.
Yes. So we'll see y'all again next week. Listen, happy Thanksgiving. Don't overeat and be good to you.
Yes. Be good to yourselves. Listen. I won't repeat that over you if you want. Just drink, hydrate yourself and take some Tums if you need it. We listen.
I
We
hear
all
that, right? You know what? You right. You right. You right. All right, boo. So I'll talk to you later.
yeah. So talk to you soon. All right, y'all. Be safe and have a good one.
Girl. Okay.